Ronald Isley is an American singer, songwriter, and record producer. He is the lead singer and founding member of the family music group the Isley Brothers. He was born on May 21, 1941, in Cincinnati, Ohio. He began his career in the church and later formed a vocal trio with his brothers O'Kelly and Rudolph in the 1950s. They had their first hit with the song, Shout, in 1959. They went on to record songs for various labels, including Motown, and formed their own label T-Neck Records in 1969. In 1973, they added 3 more members to the group, brothers Ernie and Marvin and brother-in-law Chris Jasper. They achieved success with albums such as 3+3, Between the Sheets, and The Heat Is On. Ronald Isley has also released solo albums and collaborated with artists such as O'Kelly, Burt, Bacharach, and Lauryn Hill. He is known for his distinctive falsetto voice and his alter ego, Mr. Biggs. He has an estimated net worth of over $2 million. He currently lives in a mansion in St. Charles County, Missouri with his wife Candy Johnson. Early life and education. Ronald Isley was born in Cincinnati, Ohio to Sally Bernice and O'Kelly Isley Sr. He was the third of 6 brothers, O'Kelly Jr., Rudolph, Vernon, Ernie and Marvin. He was exposed to music at an early age by his father, who was a professional vocalist, and his mother, who was a church pianist. He began singing at the age of 2 and won a $25 war bond for singing at a spiritual contest at the Union Baptist Church. He also sang on stage at venues such as the Regal Theater in Chicago alongside famous singers like Dinah Washington. He attended public schools in Cincinnati and later moved to New York with his 2 elder brothers O'Kelly and Rudy in 1957 to pursue a music career. He also appeared on TV on Ted Mack's Amateur Hour as a teenager. He and his brothers formed the music group the Isley Brothers and recorded their debut single, Shout, in 1959. He has been the lead singer and founding member of the group ever since. Personal life. Ronald has been married 3 times and has 3 children. His first wife was Margaret Tinsley, with whom he has a daughter named Tia. His second wife was Angela Winbush, a singer-songwriter and producer. His current wife is Candy Johnson, who was also his background singer. They have a son named Ronald Jr. He moved to New York with his brothers in 1957 to pursue a music career. He later settled in New Jersey, where he bought a house in Englewood in 1959 and another one in Teaneck in the mid-1970s. He created the persona of Mr. Biggs in 2001, collaborating with O'Kelly and other artists. He has also mentored and encouraged other musicians throughout his career. Ronald suffered a minor stroke while in London in 2004, which resulted in the cancellation of an ongoing Isley Brothers tour. Reports in 2007 indicated that Isley was dealing with kidney issues. Presently, Isley continues to live in St. Louis. Career. During his early teenage years, Isley regularly sang alongside his brothers during church tours and even made his first television appearance on Ted Mack's Amateur Hour. In 1957, at the age of 16, Isley, along with his 2 older brothers O'Kelly, 19, and Rudy, 18, made the decision to relocate to New York in pursuit of a music career. Once in New York, the Isley Brothers started recording doo-wop songs for local record labels before eventually securing a significant contract with RCA Records in 1959. It was under RCA that the trio wrote and released their debut single, Shout. By the summer of 1959, the Isley family had relocated from Cincinnati to a new residence in Englewood, New Jersey. Isley holds the distinction of being the longest-serving member and primary lead vocalist of the Isley Brothers, occasionally sharing this role with his older brothers. In 1969, Isley and his brothers re-established T-Neck Records to gain creative control over their music, following a brief period with Motown. This move allowed them to produce themselves without interference from record labels. The formation of the label coincided with the release of the 3+3 album in 1973, which marked a significant change in the group's style and sound. This was made possible by the addition of brothers Ernie Isley and Marvin Isley, as well as in-law Chris Jasper, who joined the founding brothers on a full-time basis. The younger brothers had been providing instrumental support since the late 1960s. By the mid-1970s, Isley had settled in Teaneck, New Jersey. Following the passing of Kelly Isley in 1986 and Rudy Isley's departure to pursue ministry work in 1989, Ronald took on the responsibility of carrying on the Isley brothers' legacy, either as a solo artist or with the assistance of his younger brothers, particularly Ernie. In 1990, Isley achieved a top 10 hit with Rod Stewart through a cover of his brother's popular song, "This Old Heart of Mine Is Weak for You." In 2003, Ronald collaborated with Burt Bacharach on a solo album titled Here I Am, Bacharach Meets Isley. Additionally, Isley gained recognition as a sought-after vocalist for hooks in songs by R. Kelly, Warren G., Tupac, and UGK. In 2010, Isley released his first solo album, Mr. A, which debuted at number 50 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling 22,243 copies. This marked his first solo album to achieve such a chart position. In 2010, Isley was honored with a Legend Award at the Soul Train Music Awards. 3 years later, he released his second solo album, titled This Song Is For You, under the E1 label. For his outstanding performance as an independent R&B soul artist, Isley received a nomination at the Soul Train Music Awards. In 2014, he made a cameo appearance in Kendrick Lamar's music video for the song, I. Isley's presence on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart spans an impressive 6 decades, starting from the 1950s with the Isley Brothers' hit, Shout, in 1959, all the way to the 2000s with his collaboration on R. Kelly's, Contagion, in 2001. In 2015, his contribution to Lamar's, How Much a Dollar Cost, came close to entering the Hot 100, peaking at position 109. These accomplishments extend Isley's presence on the Billboard charts to a remarkable 8 separate decades. Recognizing his significant contributions, Ronald Isley was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992 as a member of the Isley Brothers. Legal woes. He was convicted of tax evasion in 2006 and sentenced to 3 years in prison. He also owed $303,411 in taxes to the state of California as of 2010. He reportedly lost his home in St. Louis, Missouri to foreclosure in 2013. However, one of his most valuable assets may be the trademark for the Isley Brothers, the name of the music group he founded with his brothers. He filed an application to register the trademark in his own name in November 2021, without the consent of his brother Rudolph Isley, who is also a founding member of the group. Rudolph Isley has sued Ronald Isley over this issue, claiming that he is entitled to a 50% share of the ownership and profits from the trademark. The lawsuit is still pending as of March 2023. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, subscribe and click on the bell icon.